At this point, we hope you have a strong understanding of derivative rules. Of course, like any skill, taking derivatives is something you will need to practice to maintain fluency. We are used to being given a function f of x and then asked to find the derivative f prime of x. For instance, if f of x is equal to x to the fourth power, then f prime of x is 4 times x cubed. What if it went the other way? What if we knew that f prime of x was 5 times x to the fourth power and we were asked for an f of x? This is an example of an antiderivative problem. Gives us a function which is known to be a derivative f prime of x or dy dx, and asks us to find the original function which would produce this derivative. One answer would be f of x equals x to the fifth. Another possible answer would be x to the fifth plus 1. Another answer would be x to the fifth plus 2. In fact, there are infinitely many possible answers, but they all have the common form x to the fifth plus a constant. We usually represent this as f of x plus a large c. We know that the c represents an arbitrary constant. We're going to be seeing these problems a lot more. Let's take a minute to note some important facts. There are a few important things to know about antiderivatives. The first thing it's helpful to know is that antiderivatives can be much harder than derivatives. The second important thing is that there is a symbol that means antiderivative of. It looks like a snake. You will be seeing this symbol for the rest of your math life, so it is good to know what it means. Also, when you see this symbol, there will be a dx or dt or d whatever the variable is at the end of it. For instance, using the notation that we have established, we could say that the antiderivative of 4x to the cubed is x to the fourth plus a constant. Another important thing to know is that every single derivative fact that exists could be rewritten as an antiderivative problem. For instance, we know that the derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. We could rewrite that as the antiderivative of cosine of x is equal to sine of x plus c. Another example is something like this: the derivative of x squared times cosine of x is equal to 2x times cosine of x minus x squared times sine of x. We could rewrite this to say the antiderivative of 2x times cosine of x minus x squared times sine of x dx is equal to x squared times cosine of x plus c.